Today, we're diving into one of the most disturbing cases to come out of South Korea, a story that shattered every parent's sense of safety. On the surface, it seemed like an ordinary day in Daejeon, South Korea, a quiet school afternoon. Children laughing, teachers preparing lessons, but behind one classroom door, something unimaginable was unfolding. By nightfall, a little girl was dead. And her killer wasn't a stranger. She was her teacher. This is the heartbreaking and horrifying story of Kim Ha-neul, an 8-year-old girl full of dreams, whose life was stolen in a place meant to keep her safe. It was February 10th, 2025. 8-year-old Kim Ha-neul was supposed to attend her after-school program like any other day. But when the time came for her to board the bus to her tutoring academy, she didn't show up. Her parents were worried. The bus driver hadn't seen her. The teacher claimed she'd already left. But something didn't feel right. By 5:15 p.m., her parents filed a missing persons report. Police officers, school staff, and family members searched the campus and surrounding areas. Then, just before 6 p.m., her grandmother made a chilling discovery. Inside the school's audiovisual room, in a dimly lit storage closet, she found her granddaughter, unconscious and bleeding from stab wounds. Beside her, slumped and wounded as well, was a female teacher in her 40s. Both were rushed to the hospital, but it was already too late for little Ha-neul. She was declared dead on arrival. The teacher survived, and within a suspect, she was arrested right there in the hospital bed. The motive? At first, unclear. But what investigators uncovered in the days ahead would shock an entire nation. The teacher, later identified as Myung Jae-won, had recently returned from a mental health leave. She'd been diagnosed with depression as early as 2018. She'd shown signs of instability before, even putting another teacher in a headlock. Just days before the killing, education officials had been investigating her erratic behavior. And yet, she was still allowed back in the school. After her arrest, Myung confessed. She told investigators she bought the knife on her lunch break that very day. Her plan? A murder-suicide. She claimed she was annoyed that the school had banned her from teaching. She wanted revenge, and she didn't care who it hurt. She admitted she randomly picked a child to kill. That child was Kim Ha-neul.
Kim had stayed behind after class. She was the last one left. Myung lured her into the audiovisual room, telling her she had a book to give. Then, behind that closed door, she stabbed the little girl in the neck and face. Ha-neul must have cried for help, must have begged, but no one heard her. And just like that, a young life was extinguished. News of the murder swept across South Korea. A teacher killing a child? Inside a school? It was unthinkable. Parents wept, communities demanded answers. And outside Ha-neul's school, people left dolls, candy, flowers, silent offerings of grief. Her funeral was held on February 14th, Valentine's Day. She was cremated and laid to rest in Daejeon Memorial Park. Her favorite girl group, IVE, sent a condolence wreath. Her favorite member was Jung Won-young. Ha-neul had wanted to be a singer like her someday. That dream will never be realized. The Reinterpret police searched Myung's home, her devices, her computer history. They found searches about murder methods, weapon types, and other violent crimes. Premeditation was now undeniable. She was indicted on March 27, 2025. At her first trial, she pleaded guilty. But then her lawyers requested a psychiatric evaluation, sparking outrage. Ha-neul's family feared it was a tactic to reduce her sentence. They demanded justice, and so did the public. The case led to political waves. South Korea's acting president attended Ha-neul's funeral. The education minister proposed the Ha-neul law, requiring stricter mental health screening for teachers. Schools re-evaluated safety protocols. Child monitoring apps saw a massive rise in downloads. Police patrols near schools were increased. The government promised reforms, but none of it could bring Ha-neul back. Kim Hanul was just 8 years old. She loved to sing. She helped her little sibling with homework. She dreamed of bright stages, of microphones, and music. She should have walked out of school that day, backpack bouncing, humming her favorite song. Instead, she was taken by someone she should have been able to trust. Her name now echoes through courtrooms, classrooms, and conversations, not just as a victim, but as a symbol of everything we must protect and everything we must never ignore. Rest in peace, Hanul. We will remember you.